Welcome to Narrow Ground Entertainment. I'm Steve the Unimpressed, and this is episode 15 of Steve Solo's Minecraft. I'm sitting on the beach next to my island, looking at these zombie villagers, and trying to decide what exactly I am going to do with them. Well, obviously I'm going to cure them now that I have the resources to do that. It's really more where I'm going to put them that is the issue. My first thought was to take them down to the Undercroft and house them there. However, one of the problems with moving villagers around is that it's very hard to get them up. You kind of have to wait for them to decide to walk up. Unless you want to use some sort of trickery like water elevators, and trying to get villagers through water elevators without them dying is just more trouble than it's worth. So I don't think that I'm going to move them down to the Undercroft. However, that still leaves the problem of where to put them. My idea for this bay area does include building houses kind of around the perimeter. And one of the things that I'd more or less intended to do is put villager traders in those houses. However, I'm not sure if that's a project I want to start on right now. I'm also not sure exactly where I would want to put the houses for these particular villagers. Especially this early in the game when I'm actually not utilizing that much of my bay area. I'm mainly just utilizing my house and the area where the farms are. And if I put villager traders, say, over here in this little piece of plains off to the east, they're a long way from the house. I have to run over there every time I need to trade with them. Alternatively, I could put their houses on this hill over here, and that wouldn't be nearly as far. That may in the end be the solution that I go for, but then we still run up against the problem of me being kind of bad at building. This is probably the best looking house that I have ever created, and I've just now noticed that right there is a bit where it's supposed to be spruce logs, and it's not, it's birch planks. Right, this is probably one of the best looking structures I've ever created, and it's still wrong. So even if I decided to just duplicate the design of this over here, it would probably come out looking a little bit funky. The third option that I can think of right at the moment, which would certainly allow me to do what I want to get done for this episode, would be to dig rooms for them down kind of by the Nether portal in the hillside beneath the house. I could house them there temporarily, and then I could work on permanent homes for them in a later episode. And I think that's actually probably the solution I'm going to go with, inelegant though it is, because after all, I've already said that this is going to be episode 15, and we don't want this to be like the Undercroft project where it took me 3 months to edit it, and I didn't put out a Minecraft episode for 3 months because it was taking me that long to edit the next Minecraft episode. That way we can work on houses for them at our leisure. Maybe I'll make that a project video, and I won't say what episode it's going to be at the beginning, because I won't know. In fact, that solution is sounding better and better all the time. So let me get off this tree here, break out my pickaxes, and do some work underneath the house. Okay, the construction of the temporary de-zombification villager holding things is complete. The reason I have put two layers of fence between each of these cells is while zombie villagers are curing, other zombies will try to attack them. I'm not sure if that includes other zombie villagers. I would assume that it does. I am also not sure whether zombie villagers that are also being cured will attempt to attack a zombie villager that is in the process of curing. I will assume that it does. And I am also not sure whether or not they can hit each other across a single line of fence. So I will assume that they can. I've spent a lot of time and effort preserving the 4 zombie villagers on my lawn. I have been looking at them for a long time, wishing that I could get them off my lawn, and I'm not going to take any risks that I don't have to take with them. What I will do with this, which will have to be done at night, which it actually is right now, but I don't want the zombies burning to death, and I also don't want to go to the effort of putting a roof over the entire path that I will have to make from those pens to these pens. I lost track of that sentence. What was I saying? I will have to move these guys at night, and I plan to move them by just letting them loose and allowing them to pathfind toward me, trying to attack me. What I will have to do for that is put up fence posts so that there's really only one path that they can walk along until they are through these doors and into the relevant holding cell. Then I will put a fence here, and as they walk through, and I will try to put another fence here before they walk through, so that I wind up with the zombie inside that little cell and me over here, safely beyond their reach. I will also need to go and grab myself an axe, because it is as likely as not that I will fail several times and will have to let the zombie chase me all the way around the room and try again, and I will need an axe to cut down the fence posts that I have then misplaced. So, let me go collect some supplies, and then we will give this a shot. Naturally enough, one of the supplies that I had to go and gather more of was fence posts. Because when you're working on a project that involves laying out pathways that you need mobs to move down specifically, and down no other pathway, it doesn't matter how many fence posts you start with, it won't be enough. And in the time it took me to lay this out, well, it's daylight now. So it's going to be a few minutes before I can actually release these guys and have them follow me down into the portal room. I suppose during that time I may as well go and get the potion brewing stand ready. Okay, I have collected my blaze rods from the chest that I had stored them in. One of these I will need to make a brewing stand. The brewing stand recipe is fairly simple. I always seem to forget. If I had tried to make this from memory by myself, I would have tried to use slabs here the first time, and that would not have worked. For some reason, I always think that this bottom layer is made out of slabs, but it is not. It is regular cobblestone. So I will go ahead and grab a brewing stand. And then this second blaze rod I will need to break down into blaze powder, which is the fuel that the brewing stand needs. Now with those ingredients, I still need to gather a few more things from my chest here. I will need a spider eye. Actually, I think I'll need two spider eyes. I will need 2 brown mushrooms. I will need 2 sugar cane. And I will need probably 6 glass bottles. The other 2 can stay in the random stuff chest. Since I don't have much that is hanging out on this middle level, I am actually going to put the brewing stand up on the middle level, because it also does not require all that much. I'm going to set it on top of a block of cobblestone. There's no reason for that. You can set it anywhere you want. I just don't like putting it on the floor, because I'm weird. Oh, I did forget to fill these glass bottles with water. They need to be bottles of water to start with, not just glass bottles. Okay, now I have water bottles instead of just bottles, and I am also going to need to make myself some fermented spider eyes, which is what I need the sugar for. I'm going to need 2 of those. A fermented spider eye is used making a regular spider eye, a brown mushroom, and a sugar. I'm going to need 2 nether wart, so what I'm going to do up here is actually lay out the rest of my soul sand. Well, not the rest. I'm going to lay out some soul sand over here, and I'm going to plant the nether wart that I'm not going to need immediately. Actually, I'm going to plant all the nether wart, because I have just recalled that for potions of weakness, which is what I need to cure the zombie villagers, you actually don't have to start off with nether wart. Usually the first thing you would do when brewing potions is put some nether wart up here to get an awkward potion, or something. I think it's an awkward potion. I could be wrong. Instead, though, I'm going to be able to skip that stage and go straight to putting the fermented spider eye in. There we go, Potion of Weakness. Now what I'm going to do to cure the zombies is make these into splash potions of weakness by adding gunpowder to the potion, and then I am going to throw them at the zombies once I have them neatly in their pens, and once each has been hit with a potion of weakness, I'm going to feed him a golden apple, which I have the 3 more apples and 12 gold ingots that I need to make a couple more golden apples. And once that is done, we just wait. I think I'm going to hold off on making a second set of potions of weakness, though, because it is entirely likely, made the local brewery advancement, it's entirely likely that I will be able to get multiple zombies with one splash potion, if I aim correctly and I'm lucky. If not, well, I can always just come back and make the additional potions. Oh. Oops. I didn't get as much gold as I needed. You need 8 gold ingots to make a single golden apple, not 4. Why do I always think it's 4? Am I even going to have enough, or am I going to have to go find more gold? I'm not going to have enough. I'm going to have to find some more gold. Not many more gold, though. I only need 2, and I actually have enough gold ore for that. So I'm just going to cook up the 2 more ingots that I need. Okay, we've got our 2 more gold. We've got our 2 more golden apples. Well, 1 more golden apple. Well, 3 more golden apples. We've got the number of golden apples we should need. Let's leave it at that. And it is freshly nighttime. So we are completely prepared except for whatever the thing that I am inevitably forgetting about is. So let's give this a shot. Doors open. Pens prepped. Alright. Let's break this first guy out of his cage. And then he will walk towards me and try and attack me. And hopefully I can capture him where I want him. Ow. Without getting hit too many times. Come on, Albert. Ow. Ow. Okay. Come around again, Albert. See if I can aim correctly this time. There we go. There. Perfect. Alright, Albert is in that cage. Now for the next one. Who is next? Gordon. Gordon's next. Come on, buddy. There. Textbook. I'm getting better at it. That one only hit me once. Can you hit me? Yes. Ow. Okay, that hurt. Totally unnecessary. However, that demonstrates that they can hit you across 1 row of fence posts, so it's a good thing that I put 2 rows in between all these cells. Let's just add another one there. Can you hit me now? No. Good. Alright, next is whoever's in here, Henry. And after Henry, I am going to have to rearrange the path a little bit, because that box is kind of off on its own. Ah, crumb. Nope, I got him. Nope, I didn't. Oops. I thought that I had missed that first fence post placement, so I didn't place the second one on time. Okay, I got bad at it again. There we go. It took me a moment, but I got there in the end. Alright, Ferdinand is last. Come on, Ferdinand. Ow. There. We did it. I didn't even die. Alright, I've got my 4 zombie villagers in a line. Now, if I manage to get this splash potion to land right between the two, I should be able to get both of them with one. Let's see if that works. That did work. I got both of them and myself as well. So now let's feed some golden apple. Boy, was that loud. Those two are curing. I'm not sure if they're going to keep the names after they cure. Guess I'll get to find out. And let's do the same with you two. Got you both. That's very loud. I hope I remembered to turn that down. And now we wait. Hey, there goes one. There's another. Now I just need you two. Nope, and he kept the name. 3. Come on. Turn. Are you going to turn? I'm actually not sure if this process is 100% success or not. Ah, there we go. Wonderful. Now instead of 4 zombie villagers, I have 4 villagers. Textbook success. Other than all the times I got punched. Now I've got to clean this mess up. Isn't that nice? I can see the hillside again. Now what I'm going to do is run inside and make a lectern. Let's put all the fences away. Cobblestone we'll keep for now. Put the dirt away. Now, I'm not sure what I'm going to do for all 4 of the villagers' professions, but I know at least 2 of the ones that I want, which are a Fletcher and a librarian. I want the Fletcher so that I can get a constant supply of arrows, and I want the librarian so that I can get the mending, or books with the mending enchantment from him. There's no guarantee that a librarian villager is going to have a mending book as one of his trades, so what I am probably going to do in this case is keep placing the lectern in front of him, and if his first book trade is not mending, I'm going to break the lectern so that he loses his profession, and when I put the lectern back down again, his trades will be re-rolled, so he'll get different trades. As soon as you trade with them, actually I'm not sure if the mechanic is as soon as you trade with them or when you get them to the first increase in skill, so when they go up to the apprentice skill level. At one of those points, their trades lock, and whatever they rolled that time when you put their profession block down, that's what they're going to stick with. I've been trying to make a bookshelf wrong throughout that whole speech. I'm also going to have to clear out the excess fences down here and probably put beds down so that they can have somewhere to sleep. What I'm not going to want to do at the moment is accidentally let them loose. So I think this lectern is going to go right here. Can he actually access it from there? That's a different question entirely. There, Albert is a librarian. And his first enchantment is Depth Strider 1. That is not what I was hoping for. So, I'm going to go back over here, carefully without hitting Albert with an axe. And I'm going to break his lectern. And he lost his profession. Well, come back in here, please. Or don't, whatever. Right, let's try again. Power 4. Better, but still not mending. Lure. Are you going to become a librarian again for me? Thank you. Projectile protection. Okay, you get the idea. I am not going to torture my entire audience with making you watch me break and place a lectern over and over until I get the book that I'm looking for. I will just call this episode here. That is 2 very successful Minecraft episodes in a row, so that's kind of exciting. We'll see how long that trend continues. I can't imagine that it will hold up for a 3rd episode, but I'm pretty sure I can be satisfied with 2. Thank you for watching. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel to see more content from me, and if you would like to help my channel grow, please share it with your friends. Goodbye and God bless.